Hi guys, you know my Powerwall here and you know my 10 kilowatt Deye 3-phase inverter which is operating here, and it is doing an amazing job. But if you remember, I told you that I had a small issue with this inverter, and it always happened when the demand here in our holiday resort was really high, that it went into a shutdown on the AC side. That always happened when the demand was exceeding double of the inverter rated power. So when the demand was above 20 kilowatts, then the inverter got confused and it would shut down itself on the AC side. So I had this situation again during the Thai New Year, because then the hotel is of course always full. We had around 22 kilowatts. At that time I then contacted the Deye support and I asked them if they have a solution for this problem, and they offered me to upgrade to the newest firmware. When these inverters arrive, you typically come in the software version 1147, and now I am on 1175. Not that this upgrade just fixed the problem. This was confirmed on 1st of May when the hotel was again full and the draw was 24 kilowatts. The inverter stayed cool and did not shut down this time. So all is finished, but I want to show you what extra feature this update brought to this inverter here, and it is really awesome. Because now this inverter is more or less like the SG05, and it comes with some extra AC couple features, and I will show you this, but not on this inverter, because here I cannot do anything with this, but I will show you this on the other one in the coffee shop. Yes, and here's my 8 kilowatt one-phase inverter in the shop, and here on this one I've installed what you can do now also on the other inverter after the firmware upgrade. And what you can see here, I do have now an extra network cable on this one. The port there is the meter port, and what the new software can do, similar to this SG05, is that you can use a secondary meter for extra AC coupling information. So you can see here grid time meter 2. And what we can do with this second meter, let me show you outside. This is where the network cable is going, and it is going here into my combiner here from my grid-tied inverters of the shop. Here I have 5 inverters connected, right? This is these 3 here, and then I have 2 microinverters outside. And the problem here is 3 of the inverters, this one and the micros, those are Deye inverters, and they can speak and send their data directly to the Deye cloud. But these 2 old inverters, these are Lito inverters, already more than 8 years old, they would not connect to anywhere, of course. And the only way to access them is via looking onto the display and read out the data. But now with the second grid time meter, you can actually read out also some non-Deye inverters and get the data into the cloud. And this is what I've done here. You can see here now, this is a E-Stron one-phase emitter. And you know that the inverters can either use E-Stron or chinned external meters. Usually the meter number 1 can be a substitute for the CTs on your grid entry. And the secondary meter now, this can be used to plug in anywhere and get some extra data into your hybrid inverter. So what I have done here, you see here, this is the CT, and there are 2 wires going through this CT, and this is inverter number 1 and inverter number 3. Those are these blue litho inverters, and those are now read by this external meter. Very important, it must be set on ModBus ID 2 and can then be read out through the hybrid inverter. So yeah, you just saw it. So here in the advanced functions, page 2, we just have to set the grid meter 2, and then I have set the meter which I'm using, the E-Stron one phase. Just has to be noticed that the meter port is of course the same one you would also plug in the meter number 1 if you don't use CTs. You can use 2 meters at once. Meter number 1 would be ModBus address number 1, and meter number 2 ModBus address number 2, and you can daisy chain them. What does this show us now? Let's go back to the main page, and here you can see we do not get now information on microinverters like you would get over the generator port. We have all the extra information here on the PV input. So you can see I have PV number 1, this is my DC array there. It is producing 960 watts. But our total power is 1720 around, because we get 770 watts grid tie power, and this is what comes through that meter number 2. Right, so it's all shown here as a combined PV input. Yeah guys, I was always wondering how I could then at the end get my old inverters somehow into the monitoring of my systems in general, and this is a perfect way. Now I only have 2 more other old ones which are actually installed at the garage. There I have the other hybrid inverter, but that one is a SG03. I don't know if they are capable yet. Maybe I have to request a firmware update for that one too if I want to make it like this. So when you have an older grid-tied system and you have, let's say, SMA inverter, there, Grovat, whatever, you can with a secondary meter get the data into your DAC. The firmware 1175 on the SG04 is making more or less SG05 out of it, and it has eliminated the bug which was causing troubles to me. This is all perfect. Okay, let's keep this video short this time. We still have quite a lot of sun, a lot of energy is flowing through our wires here in the resort. So please comment if you have any questions or anything. Thank you for watching the video. Please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. I see you at the next one.